I want to share a strategy to help small gaming YouTubers skyrocket views and subscribers, and I hear very few people talk about this, which surprises me to be honest because it's completely free and it's super easy, but no matter, I'll share it with you right now. G'day, my name's Marcus. I've worked on multiple successful channels, but I understand that getting views and subscribers is bloody goddamn hard. I know that because when I first started on YouTube, I sucked. But nowadays, I suck a little bit less, so I started GYGC to share some of my YouTube experiences, tactics, and strategies with people like you. And the topic we're going to be talking about today is called becoming a part of the community. Now, despite it sounding like a weird cultural rite of passage, the strategy is actually a combination of a variety of market research and social media marketing tactics all rolled into one big burrito of YouTube goodness that will ultimately feed your subscriber counts. So over the coming footage, we're going to dissect this burrito and distill the 5 main ingredients so you can get more subscribers and views quickly. But first, what exactly is becoming a part of the community? I know it's a kind of fluffy definition, so you'll have to apologize, man. I hope the upcoming examples make up for that, but basically it's my broad, all-encompassing term for interacting and analyzing the places frequented by the type of people who watch your videos. For example, if you create Assassin's Creed videos, becoming a part of the community would involve you hanging out and interacting in Facebook groups, comment sections, Reddit threads, and Discord servers related to Assassin's Creed. Basically, any major social media sites or meetups that are utilized by a decent amount of Assassin's Creed fans. That's right, I'm partially justifying your late night social media binging sessions as a strategy, but keyword there is partially. So before I confuse you any further, let me explain exactly why becoming a part of the community can help you grow your gaming channel. Firstly, interacting with the community helps you get a feel for what problems or cravings your audience have. Then you can create content solving those problems or satisfying those cravings. And then that content is going to be much more likely to get views and be enjoyed by people than just a random video idea you came up with while in the shower this morning. Think of it as soft market research. It's a way for you to anticipate your niche's needs so you can seemingly guess the next trending topics. Obviously, it can be very hit or miss, but when you get it right, you could have a viral or semi-viral video on your hands. And it really is beautiful to see. But don't take my word for it, let me show you. One time I was browsing through comment sections and videos on YouTube for the game Star Wars Battlefront, and I started to see some common themes. There were some certain types of players that people were complaining about. Stereotypes that just annoyed people. Part of it was tongue-in-cheek, but then there were some people who were genuinely really pissed off with these types of players. So to cut a long story short, I did some further digging on those problems. I looked at other similar videos to see if there was any chance of success, and eventually settled on 2 types of video ideas. The first was things players hate in Star Wars Battlefront, and the second was, I believe, 10 types of players in Star Wars Battlefront. And these types of videos had never been created before in the Star Wars Battlefront community. But my friend and I teamed up, we created some videos on the topic. Man, I just say created videos like it was such an easy thing. It took freaking forever, but created videos on the topic, and we posted them on the Silky channel and the Bombastic channel. Now, I'll show some screenshots up on screen so you can see for yourself how those videos performed. As you can see, we were kind of bang on, if I do say so myself, and people absolutely loved the videos. And all of this originated with me just noticing some common patterns. That's the power of strategically becoming a part of the community. You can even take it a step further if people have specific problems. For example, I once encountered a glitch called waiting to install glitch. Basically, I couldn't install a certain DLC on my PS4, and then when I was having a look around the internet, I noticed quite a few other people had this same glitch, but there weren't many solutions on the topic. So I had a look at it, and even though normally I don't post tutorial videos, let alone technical tutorials, I thought it was a worthwhile endeavor considering quite a few people in my target audience seem to have the same problem. And again, I'll leave a screenshot on screen, and you can see this video also did super well. So again, this is super powerful, and when you're interacting with your community, look for these patterns and trends, because although there's definitely no guarantee that your video is going to do extremely well if you base it on a trend or an assumption of a trend, you could end up with some super searchable videos that do end up start trending and going viral. Secondly, interacting with the community helps you find out what type of content people are currently watching. And this is quite simple. You could do this by looking at the comments sections and seeing how many comments and likes certain videos are getting in comparison to other videos. For example, a video can have 10,000 views and 1,000 likes, or 10,000 views and 100 likes. So even though you can't actually access other people's analytics, you can get a gauge for how the community is actually appreciating those videos. And you can also look on social media sites, groups, forums, and see what videos people are sharing. Now obviously ignore videos that people are sharing that come from their own channels, because that's usually called I'm an idiot and I don't know how to promote myself properly, so I'm just going to spam the internet. But look for videos that people share from other creators. If someone goes out of their way to share a video with a community that isn't theirs, that doesn't benefit them in any way, chances are that video was super valuable for them. And that's something really powerful to take note of. Even if only a couple of people share the same video, which might not seem like a lot, you can be sure that there are thousands of other people who didn't share the video but also enjoyed it just as much. Thirdly, becoming a part of the community helps you stay up to date on latest developments, trends, and news within your video game or niche. Now this point's pretty obvious, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I want to reinforce why this is important. So getting on top of a new development or a new trend early is super important. If you look through YouTube for the top ranking videos overall for certain search terms within certain niches, you'll generally notice that the first videos posted on those topics, if they're actually half decent videos, do really well. There's just something magical about having the first video on a certain topic. Well, it's not magical, it's called the YouTube algorithm. It's insane how powerful it is. I've seen the first video on a given topic perform 2, 3, 4 times better than the second video on that exact same topic, and we're talking like a matter of days, if not hours here. And that's why being a part of the community can be super helpful, because that's generally where the leaks, the news, and all the developments are posted first. That's where everything comes out. And so if you can analyze these things and then create videos on these trending topics as soon as they're released, and your video is the first video on that topic, it has optimized keywords so it actually ranks for that topic and is promoted to people interested in that topic, your video will do extremely well. And if it's related to your channel, you can be sure that some of the viewers of that video will check out your other content. And hey, if your content isn't absolute garbage, they might even subscribe. Next, becoming a part of the community helps you build relationships. Oh, how cute. No, but it's actually a real strategy. You've probably heard it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, this isn't necessarily as applicable to YouTube in my opinion, but it is still definitely applicable. And it's not just about bum crawling larger YouTubers trying to get shoutouts from them. There is definitely give take here. But I've found some of the most helpful people in my journey that I appreciate the most actually weren't really big YouTubers. They were just people who could genuinely provide me with really hardcore feedback that I could trust and actually improve my content. They genuinely cared about me. They would give me the time of day. Some of them would even design graphics and stuff for me when I had no idea how to do any of that stuff. And a lot of that came from just interacting with the community and just nurturing those relationships. Now I sound like a bloody marriage counselor. But seriously, although it can take time, of course, building relationships within your community can have a super high impact on your overall journey to YouTube success. And finally, interacting with the community gives you an awesome opportunity to get subscribers. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily self-promoting. Obviously, that can be a factor of it, but for me, that's more about promoting, not becoming a part of the community. So that's for another video. But if you're being a genuinely nice, not crappy human being, there will be people who will be interested in who you are. They will click on your social media profile, maybe even Google your name. And if you're smart, you've got an original name and you've got links to your social media in your descriptions or bios, you can get more subscribers. Now, this is not a way to get thousands of subscribers in bulk, but the cool thing is the people who subscribe to you based on these methods, they're active, they're loyal, they're genuinely interested to be there. It wasn't a second thought that they just pressed that subscribe button. They care about you, they're interested in you, and that kind of high quality person is the guy who comments on all of your videos, who likes all your videos, who watches all of your videos, who becomes a channel member when you reach that stage, who maybe supports you on Patreon, whatever it is. Those people are awesome. Now, obviously not every person who subscribes to you through these methods will be like that, but I know for me, a lot of my biggest fans per se were people who I actually genuinely invested time into first. Not because I was trying to subconsciously prompt them into subscribing, but because I genuinely wanted to help them out. And some of them saw that and they appreciated that. And so they genuinely were interested in who the heck I was. Then when they realized my videos were slightly better than scraping fingernails down a chalkboard, they hung around, and next thing you know, they were channel members, they were Patreon fans. It was super cool. So thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. Now, one word of warning before I leave you is don't become obsessed and addicted to these social media platforms like a lab rat on cocaine. Remember, these things are important, but if you spend your whole YouTube journey scrolling through memes on Reddit, you ain't succeeding. So what I recommend is you set aside some time each day or every couple of days to actively become a part of the community and do the things we talked about in this video, but don't let it take over your life, because there are a ton of other important things that you should be doing, both that will help you grow your YouTube channel and that will just be good for your life in general, like eating and sleeping and actually going outside. But yeah, becoming part of the community is a great way to start building your foundation, but it obviously isn't everything. So what I'd recommend you do is you watch my Grow Your Gaming channel complete method video, which is on screen now, which literally is everything. I'll walk you through basically my 11-step system that teaches you the important things you need to focus on if you want to get views and subscribers as a gaming YouTuber, and basically it ranks the strategies in order of importance. So if you have limited time, you can focus on the few strategies that account for the majority of your results on YouTube. Now that video is linked on screen. I'm off to continue working on my Braille driver's manual, but I'll see you in the next video.